Drink Cinema! Cheers.
Welcome to another episode of Two Drinks Cinema. We are 2 out of 3 brothers reviewing iconic movies, 2 drinks at a time. Hello, Brett.
You're me. How are you? It sounds like I'm doing a bad deaf impression.
If my
I'm
penguin
gonna stop
impersonation was better, I could respond
now.
with that.
Gotta bump him. I'll do my impression of Adrian. Done. That's a visual joke for those listening. Jump on the YouTube.
I also feel a little bit bad, speaking of the penguin. Burgess Meredith has had quite a career.
He's not bad, is he?
And I'm just like, hey, that's the penguin from Batman.
You can still tell that it's the penguin though.
All right, we're reviewing Rocky.
We are reviewing Rocky.
In case you didn't work that out by the title of the episode or the fact that we told you that at the end of the Dodgeball review last week.
Also, I'm going to rank that Sylvester Stallone impression pretty highly from me.
It's definitely above my Lightning impression.
Well, Lightning, Daffy Duck.
Yeah, exactly. If you can get the two confused,
Donald?
it's not a good...
Donald Duck.
Donald.
Yeah.
If you can get the two confused, it's not a good impersonation.
I made a drink.
You've made a drink.
I made an Italian stallion.
Okay, good.
Boppity. That was almost Borat. It has in it the Campari and the Amaretto and a bottle of Prosecco I forgot to put in the picture. And the vodka.
And vodka.
Yep. It's an Italian stallion.
And simple syrup and lemon juice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look.
Cheers.
We'll see. Cheers.
You invented? Found and tweaked.
Adapted from an original screenplay. Would be, yeah. I thought it would be a bit more bitter. You know what? Okay, I'm gonna own up to something. Much like a recent episode of 2 out of 3 recommend where I didn't fully read the chocolate packet, I didn't properly read the Prosecco bottle and accidentally bought Rosé Prosecco.
Yep.
Not bad because it's sweeter and I hate Campari because of how bitter it is. So it almost works.
Do you know what you've done? You've made it a red cocktail with a white stripe instead of a white cocktail with a red stripe.
That's very accurate.
Yeah. So well done on that accidental reference to the film.
That was, yep.
Not intentional.
No. Much like a lot of what I do is not intentional.
Let's talk about the film.
Shall we?
Rocky, 1976.
Yes.
The same year as Sherbett's How's That?
Yeah. Very good year for movies at 1976.
The tagline is "A true hero goes all the way." I'm not sure if they're talking about Apollo Creed or Adrian.
Yeah, I don't know if it was either at the fight or later that night. Well, probably wasn't doing much later that night, I don't think.
There is a few, though, right? I picked the shortest one. Despite that, I'm going to read all the other ones for you.
That's fantastic.
You have a ringside seat for the bloodiest bicentennial in history.
Okay.
Meet the Italian Stallion, a small-time guy with big-time guts who yearns to be a hero just once.
Too long, yep.
He's a has-been battler with one dream left and one last chance.
Okay.
If you thought the Italian Stallion one was too long, wait till you get this one. A Philadelphia fighter who never made the big time. He showed he could take on a challenge and won something bigger than a championship bout.
That's not a tagline, that's the plot.
His whole life has been a million to one shot. Now Rocky Balboa is about to show the world that he's one in a million. Or just his whole life was a million to one shot.
I'm one in a million.
Is that a song?
Yep.
Okay.
It is now.
So there's some taglines. We start the film mid-fight in some dingy joint where everybody hates Rocky.
Yeah.
Even though Rocky wins.
Yep.
And he won convincingly, but that woman calls him a bum.
Do you know this is a Guinness Book of World Record movie?
For what?
It's the movie where they say the word bum the most. I never heard anybody called a bum so much in my life.
You're a bum. Maybe that's how they talk in Philly. It's the
You're a bum. No, not quite there.
no.
You're a bum. You're a bum.
Didn't once have an umbrella in the whole film.
Well,
which
it
was
didn't.
disappointing.
Yeah, it didn't rain.
Oh, it didn't snow. That's in Rocky 3. Rocky 4?
Rocky
Where he
9,
fights
where he fights
Ivan
that alien
Drago.
on Mars.
Where he fights Ivan Drago.
Isn't that 3?
3.
Eye of the Tiger?
Yeah. There's a great ESPN 30 for 30 fake documentary about Rocky 3, taking the piss out of, Varley, Apollo Creed.
Varley, Apollo Creed.
Yeah.
The day after
Yep.
we said we're going to watch Rocky next episode.
He passed. And when I said that to Shane, I said, we picked Rocky and then he died. Shane said...
Very lucky.
Shane said, let's watch Predator. Like, no, we'll watch Rocky.
Is he in Predator?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's iconic. Him and Arnie do this big handshake and they've both got stupidly big biceps.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's Arnold Schwarzenegger and Carl Weathers. So anyway, Varley Carl Weathers.
Varley Carl.
Also Varley Burgess Meredith. He's dead, but dead for a long time. So
Varley, probably a couple other people. We won't go into that.
it is Varley, right? But like, I can't say it without sounding either sarcastic or boganic.
I was doing something today. I was writing some letter or doing some presentation for work, and I said to this person that sits near me at work, I was like, I'm trying to write this thing, and I'm trying to say this, and I don't want to sound like a wanker, but I don't know if I can't. Like, it's impossible what I'm trying to say without making me sound like a wanker, much like when you say valet.
Yeah, because it actually sounds like I'm taking the piss out of the word valet.
Well, actually, it makes you sound like a wanker because it's spelt vale. So, yeah.
It's like when people say prosciutto instead of just saying prosciutto.
Oh, no, but it's actually pronounced prosciutto. And shout out to my Italian friends who I say in their presence just to annoy them, but they're used to it. Prosciutto. And bruschetta.
Bruschetta.
You can say prosciutto or...
Better than that, hopefully.
If you're legit Italian...
Yeah.
You can be like, oh, we're going to do a grazing plate, and can you get some prosciutto? I'm like, sure, I'll get some ham.
Still sounds out of place.
And a cabana. Anyway.
But then I just say prosciutto, which sounds terrible.
Yeah. It's like when I said Vietnam.
I said Vietnam. Yeah. Vietnam.
Somebody I was talking to the other day said Vietnam. So continue. Should we talk about Rocky?
I know people do say Vietnam.
I'm just
you're the one person that says it.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, I met someone the other day that likes savoury shapes, so go fuck yourself. Speaking of go fuck yourself, this so much aggression and about 10% of it is in a boxing ring.
It's an interesting movie for me.
Everyone in Philadelphia is fucking angry.
Well, have you been to Philadelphia? It's a rough place.
No, I haven't.
Well, like Will Smith couldn't even live there.
Yeah, true.
You go from Philly to...
West Philadelphia.
Yeah,
Born and raised. So...
Didn't see any playgrounds in this movie, but...
We get the first fight, right, that he wins, and wins $60, which may or may not be a lot of money in Philly in 1976.
I think it is for Rocky Balboa.
And then...
I don't know how much a turtle costs.
Kind of early, we set up that he's a decent boxer, but there's not much else going for him.
Yeah.
The people he mainly connects with are the randoms that are singing on the corner of the street. I'm like, is that a Philly thing?
We'll get to them.
One's his brother.
Yep.
Is that a Philly thing?
If I go to Philadelphia and I don't see people singing in perfect 4-part harmony around a fire, I'm going to be disappointed.
Are they...
I don't want to see the Rocky statue on top of those steps.
Homeless?
I want to see them. They just finished work at their barbershop.
They're Utes.
I don't know.
What movie is that from? We calls them Utes. Is it My Cousin Vinny or something like that?
I don't know.
We calls them Utes instead of Utes. I think it's My Cousin Vinny.
Maybe it is.
which if we need to do 6 degrees to
There
my
you go.
cousin Vinny, if that's the one that rolls up, I've already got it.
Okay, great.
Okay, I can do it 1, 2 steps. Done.
Great.
Okay.
Anyway, should we
It
talk
has
about
to do
Rocky?
with this T-shirt.
Mr.
The guy
Miyagi's in...
the guy who directed Rocky directed the Karate Kid.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alvidson.
Alvid Alvidson.
John G. Avildsen or something.
John G. Avildsen.
Yeah, Avildsen.
Yep.
All that. Yep. Continue.
All right. People sing on the street corner in Philadelphia, apparently.
Yeah.
Then we meet Adrian in the pet shop. There's a bit of something already, which I like. I like that things have happened before this movie.
But have they?
No, but like they've met before.
Oh, because
This
this
is
is
not-
like friend's
Yeah, yeah.
sister.
This is like, I like.
It's not a meet cute.
Yeah, I like that things happen before movies start. So obviously boxing's not paying him well, and he is an enforcer from some presumably dodgy, quote, businessman.
I must say, that's when I was like, am I watching a remake of On the Waterfront?
Well, I haven't seen On the Waterfront, so I wasn't.
Marlon Brando is kind of like a failed boxer that works for some dodgy mob guys, and there's a girl there that he's interested in, and he could have been a contender, but he's a bum.
Does she sell him turtles?
No, but sometimes you can't quite understand what he's saying either. That's why I wore my Marlon Brando t-shirt today, because I
Okay.
thought that Sylvester Stallone was just trying to be Marlon Brando and On the Waterfront. There, I said it.
He wasn't, because he didn't want to be in this movie.
I thought he did.
No, he wrote the movie.
Yeah.
And then either didn't have the budget or like it wouldn't get made unless he starred in it. Because all he'd done before this was some weird soft porno. Which is very
Rocky.
odd.
No.
No, I'm
Rocky
going to look
1.
it up.
No. It's not
Stallone
Rocky 9.
porno. The Party at Kitty and Studs.
That
It's a
sounds
1970 American softcore pornographic romance film directed and produced by Morton Lewis and starring Sylvester Stallone in his first starring and leading role.
Oh, they're starring and leading. That's
He
good.
worked for 2 days and was paid $200.
Yeah. He's come a long way.
Oh, shortly after the 1976 release of Rocky, The Party at Kitty and Studs was re-edited and re-released as Italian Stallion to capitalise on its now famous star.
Oh.
It's weird. Not that I've watched it. It's very weird. And if you cut some deleted scenes from Rocky 3 into a couple of scenes, you could make a training montage. Because there's one scene where he's like walking to the party across a snow-covered area and like goes on like the monkey bars.
So there are Philadelphia playgrounds in Philadelphia.
No, this is in the porno.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you cut some porno scenes in with some deleted scenes from In the Snow of Rocky 3,
Okay.
you could make this a Rocky prequel.
Yeah, because he's Russian.
But we are not reviewing Sylvester Stallone's porno.
No.
Okay. I think, as much as you think it's a rehashing of On the Waterfront, I think it's a very well-written movie.
Uh-huh.
I think the way he tells the story and the way that this film is not a sports film, I really like.
Okay, yeah.
So if we're thinking
The main
about...
theme isn't sport.
Yeah, if we're thinking about tropes, which I talk about a lot, there aren't the movie tropes. Like the dodgeball movie tropes were all there.
Yeah.
Underdogs, last minute shit gets in the way, struggle to qualify, particular enemy that they're up against. They are all there in dodgeball. They're all there in Rocky, but they become secondary to Paulie and Adrian and Rocky trying to become a better and a more recognized person.
Yeah.
And his aim is not to win the fight. And this is what makes it not a sports movie and makes it actually a movie about people.
Yeah.
His aim is not to win the fight. And he even says this to Adrian. His aim is to go the distance to prove that he can go the distance, which is just a metaphor for being able to achieve something in his life, which he hasn't yet. So the aim is not to win. The aim is just to see something through to the finish, which you can argue that sports movies have that metaphor in them as well.
No, I think then the generic trope is that the underdog wins.
And that's the final thing that seals it as not just a sports movie.
Because I think
it's a people movie, because he doesn't... He says, I don't want a rematch, and then he calls for Aaaddriiaaann. Yeah. And then he calls for Aaaddriiaaann. And the finish of the film, Apollo Creed is winning in the background, because even in sports movies where the person doesn't win, they stand there next to the winner and be a loser.
Yeah.
And that tells us all that there's going to be a sequel.
I think that if you said, how does Rocky end, to people that haven't seen Rocky, they go, oh, well, he wins.
Yeah.
He doesn't win the sporting match. But does he win at life?
I'm not going to say whether or not I cried. He does win at life, because he gets his girlfriend that we're not allowed to say the word that Paulie says about her.
Uh-huh.
Well,
we'll get to that later as well.
He, quote, won something bigger than a championship bout.
Oh.
But then in all the subsequent movies, does he win? Does he win Rocky 2?
You know what? I haven't seen him.
He beats Ivan Drago in Rocky 3. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Creed wins in Creed. Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. I haven't seen any of the other ones.
Fair enough.
They weren't nominated for Best Picture, so I haven't seen them.
It's a very good script. The character work that Stallone writes into this script is very good.
He actually talks a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I thought from memory that he was just kind of mulling around, being quiet and kind of dumb.
No, that's Aaaddriiaaann.
Yeah. But, yeah, he's like, doesn't shut up.
I found that quite funny and endearing, which is the point. And I think there's this kind of innocence to him in that, the way he just like, this girl actually likes me and I can't shut up for the whole time that we're together on our date. And the fact that he is home every night trying to come up with a joke to tell Aaaddriiaaann.
Yep.
When he does that interview in the meat locker, he actually speaks quite well to the reporter.
Yeah.
I think they kind of early on downplay his intelligence, but I think he's quite intelligent in terms of knowing himself and knowing people.
I think he also kind of knows his limitations.
Yeah.
He doesn't go in going like, I'm going to beat this guy. I'm going to win. I'm going to be heavyweight champion, whatever.
Yeah.
It's just like, I just want money and for people to see me fight.
Just want money, and I just actually want to give this a shot.
Yeah. How many times does this happen? It's a 1 in a million opportunity.
It is. That's what the tagline tells us. Is it, though? He only flicks through probably 4 pages of that really thick book before he finds Rocky Balboa.
What about this guy?
It doesn't matter that he's a southpaw, because his paw faces Jersey, which is south of Philadelphia.
Which is just, it was, I think what the film does well, the dialogue and Stallone, is in those moments it just seems very genuine and like conversational. Like,
yeah,
she doesn't talk, so he's talking too much to make up for the fact.
Yeah.
And that he's like, it also shows he's obsessed with boxing.
Yeah, that's the only thing that he's got going in his life until Aaaddriiaaann.
Aaaddriiaaann, yeah.
But outside of Rocky, the character work, everybody being so angry, is representative of these downtrodden suburbs of Philadelphia.
Yep.
Which is not one of the rich cities in the States, and they're certainly not living in a rich neighborhood. You can tell that by the fact that he calls it the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And this is what I wrote about this, right? His boss's driver is an asshole. These are bang, bang, bang my notes.
Yep.
His boss's driver is an asshole.
Correct.
Everyone's always in a bad mood.
Yep.
Somehow Rocky gets picked. Everyone's an asshole. Paulie is an asshole to Adrian.
Paulie is an asshole.
But then Paulie's also an asshole to Rocky.
Yeah, he's just generally an asshole.
But I think that scene where Paulie has his little breakdown is a little bit of a turning point and shows the niceness and the positivity of Rocky having that effect on people. Because he is charming.
Yes.
Thankfully, he is charming. Because when he closes the door and won't let Adrian leave his apartment, that could have gone very the other way if he wasn't as charming as he was.
What would you change? Are we on that already? It is borderline forcing himself on it.
The issue is that she says she wants to leave and he closes the door in her face. Mm-hmm. I think from that, it gets less and less forcey. He is talking her into it. Yeah. But there's no physical forcing.
Yeah.
And I feel like if she did then say, actually, no, I'm going to go, he would have finally told the punchline to a joke and let her go.
Yeah.
But I think setting himself up as charming throughout the first half of the movie makes that scene bearable by today's standards.
Yeah.
Why is there a no kissing sign in his boxing gym's locker room?
Homophobia.
Okay, thank you. That happens, and then as soon as...
Just moving on. Okay, great.
As soon as Rocky and Adrian have sex, it moves on to fighting.
Yeah.
Then it's like...
Did have that song stuck in my head.
That doesn't come then, though.
Yeah.
So they have the sex, and then he's like, all right, we're going to fight Apollo Creed.
Yeah.
Then we get a few scenes of... And something Stallone did well in writing the story to is contrast. So the first act one of the movie is him being fucked over.
Yeah.
No one likes him.
Yep.
He loses his locker. The people on the street don't listen to him when he gives them advice.
Yep.
Adrian won't talk to him, blah, blah, blah. Then once he gets his shot, everyone's like, hey, Rocky on the street. His boss gives him money, even though his boss told him off for not breaking that guy's thumbs. The driver still hates him.
The driver's Yep.
And then Mickey comes around and offers to help him. So he does that contrast well of showing that no one likes him, and as soon as he gets a chance to fight for the heavyweight title, everyone is interested. And his whole movie is pretty much summed up in the ranting and raving that he yells through the door as Mickey is leaving. Nothing in his life has come good, and he needs to try and take his chance, and that's what makes him realise that he can't do it on his own, and Mickey is actually the right person to help him. Ad-libbed.
He made up that scene where Mickey's just there walking off or whatever.
On the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the sound's bad. He made that up, apparently. Improv.
Yeah, wow. Well, he wrote the script, so the whole thing's improv.
Exactly.
The whole thing's Stallone improv.
Yes, and... That's improv.
Oh, yes, and. Yeah, right. Yes, and. Then you mean to follow it on with something in improv, please. Space Jump. That's the only thing I remember from improv.
I'm going to reference Ted. We need a place. September 11th. No. We need a place. The Twin Towers on September. No. Okay, Starbucks on September 11th. Whatever it is. Anyway, moving on. That's two Seth MacFarlane references already.
Good. the other contrast that he does really well is that when he starts his training, he is struggling and he doesn't make it up the stairs. But also the music is nowhere near triumphant. Yeah. And even though you get...
He's not going to fly then.
You get little hints of going to fly now at points leading up to that, not to the extent of the melody of My Heart Will Go On in Titanic.
Yeah.
But you get little hints of Bill Conti being Bill Conti. But it isn't until he does that full training and he's like, well, now it's going to fly now. He's going to fucking go up those stairs and punch Apollo Creed in the nose and he's going to win. My brass band conductor loves Gonna Fly Now. We play it whenever we get a chance.
It's pretty good.
It is good.
Not a lot of words, but good music.
But it doesn't... The rest of the story doesn't give way completely to the fighting because it's still like, I really want to sleep with Adrian, but women makes your legs weak, apparently.
Yeah.
But also the way Paulie talks about her and he's defending her to Paulie, punching the meat helps to make a statement to Paulie about that.
I hope they didn't sell that meat.
You're breaking the ribs. Well, I feel like...
It's covered in blood. I mean, it's meat, but like human blood.
Is it human blood or is it meat's blood, the meat? The cow? Pig?
I think it's a pretty big cow. Yeah, I think it's a cow.
On Rocky.
I thought it was maybe a mixture of both.
Okay.
I felt like his hands were bloody.
Yep.
And if the thing's dead and hanging up, it's not going to have any blood in it.
That's true.
Although it might, because when you buy it in a pack at Coles, it still has blood in the little sachet at the bottom.
That's true. Although some people say that's the water that they inject into the beef so they can sell it to you at a higher price because it weighs more.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
It's all a conspiracy.
It is. We get another scene of Paulie being an asshole, but that's the pinnacle of him being an asshole. Is an asshole and then has his breakdown, and that's when Adrian moves in with Rocky. Do you want a roomie?
Oh.
Of course, on a single bed. And the sports trope that this is a sports trope that makes it show that it's a movie about a person and not about a sport is that the last minute setback isn't like Cool Runnings where their skate comes off or their coach get killed by 2 tons of irony.
Yes.
It is he thinks he can't do it. He knows he's going to lose this fight.
Yeah.
So it's his own mental thing that he has to overcome. And he says, all I ever wanted to do was go the distance. And I wrote, that's a metaphor. And then he said, in boxing and in life. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, thank you for spelling it.
Thank you, Sly. I don't need to mention that that's a metaphor now. Then we get to the fight. God, Apollo Creed is extra.
Jesus.
It wasn't a word then, but he is extra. He should have been WWE.
Oh, it was crazy, but it was great.
And this ESPN fake 30 for 30 documentary about the fight between Apollo Creed and Ivan Drago was them saying, I think he lost because that's living in America. He does the full dance number. He does a full dance number with James Brown.
Oh, God.
As he walks out to fight Ivan Drago. And that could give an indication as why it wasn't nominated for Best Picture. And in the fake ESPN 30 for 30 documentary, the commentator says it was very clear that Apollo Creed was more in dance shape than he was in boxing shape.
Yeah. The commentators in Rocky are very good.
Yeah, but they don't speak into their microphones.
No. Especially when they're like Apollo Creed's coming out. They're just like, oh, what is this? Is he George Washington? Looks like he's got the wig on.
Yeah, he's dressed as George. Now he's dressed as Uncle Sam, and then explains what Uncle Sam is because it's obviously an internationally televised fight.
Yeah.
So, and then we get to the end of the movie. A lot of the crowd shots have a bit of a stock footage vibe to them.
Yes, they do.
But the fact that the movie ends with Creed in the background and him and Adrian almost ignoring the announcement of Apollo Creed winning is the real thing that is like, this is a movie about people, not about sport.
I have to say, I'm not a huge fan of the ending.
When it just goes...
In terms, like, I like that he didn't win.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is a weird thing to say. It's like, Adrian, Rocky. And then she's not yelling.
She loses
Although
her
that's
hat too,
yelling
that's
for
sad.
her. She's like, Rocky, can you hear me? Rocky, can anybody hear me? And then it's like, I love you. Credits. Don't like it.
You think it needed an epilogue?
I don't know if it needed to be like, I love you. Just like hint at the fact.
Or just them being there?
Yeah.
We don't need the words I love you.
We don't need the, I love you.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, anyway.
I'm okay with it.
And the freeze frame.
The freeze frame.
Very
70s.
This movie, it's just like, I'm like, oh God, this is so 70s.
It has a very 70s look. Shane said a 70s hue.
A Hugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hugh Laurie.
Probably
also,
Hugh Hefner back then.
Yeah, true. Can we just discuss the fact that this is nowhere to stream for free? What the fuck?
Yeah. Issues. I have it on 4K.
I had it on DVD for some reason.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have hundreds of DVDs that I never use.
That saved you $4.99.
There you go.
Yeah, it should be.
Like, this is what I think we've mentioned a few times before. Like, there are some great movies that are considered the greatest of all time that aren't on streaming.
United Artists is the production company.
Didn't it open with something else?
It no longer exists,
Yeah.
but it's now part of MGM, which is owned by Amazon.
So, yeah.
So it should be on Prime.
Yeah, anyway. Lee, I have a question.
Hang on, I'm sure Creed is on something. No, I think Creed you can only rent 2.
Weird, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a design thing.
Maybe maybe he wants it. He wants more money. Yep, Creed you can't stream Creed 1, 2, or 3.
That's weird.
No, Creed 3 you can stream on Prime. Creed 1 and 2 you have to rent for $3 to $5.
I'm so glad that the 10th movie in this series is the one you can get for free.
Yeah.
And by free, I mean paying $9 a month.
Yep, none of the Rocky 5 up to Rocky 1 to 5, Rocky Balboa, which is Rocky 6. None of them you can stream.
Stupid.
Living in America.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I know the answer to it, but does this pass the Bechdel test?
Yes. With one line.
One line.
Adrian's boss tells her to go and clean the cat cages.
Adrian's boss is a woman?
Yep.
Fuck. Damn it.
I
said no.
No, we need more than
That's
one
not
line.
a conversation.
No, we need more than one line. We need more than, as we talked about last week with Dodgeball.
Yeah.
We need more than one line for it to pass the...
I'm giving it a fail.
test. Yeah, it's a fail.
So, Lee, Rocky.
Yes.
Bit of impact.
Oh, yeah.
After it became the highest grossing movie of 1976,
Ooh.
there are now 6 Rocky films and 4 Creed films. Well, there's a 4th on the way next year.
Yes.
There is, in 1982, and for Rocky 3, they put a Rocky statue at the top of the steps.
They did?
The theme song "Gonna Fly Now" made it to number 1 on the Billboard charts.
Gonna fly now. It's only got 8 words.
Right. It was nominated for 10 Oscars.
That's pretty huge.
And won Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Editing. It was also then nominated for, he was nominated, she was nominated. The other 2 were both nominated.
Not sure she needed to be nominated.
Nope. Nominated for 5 BAFTAs and for 6 Golden Globes, something like that. So
It wasn't nominated for Best Song for Gonna Fly Now, was it? Do you want the lyrics?
yeah.
Trying hard now. It's so hard now. Trying hard now.
Gonna Fly Now.
Oh, he's ready. Gonna make a move. Yeah. Oh, he's ready and making moves. Yeah. 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 Getting strong now. Won't be long now. Getting strong now. Gonna fly now. Flying high now. Gonna fly. Fly.
And then, obviously, the other cultural impact is that it impacted the West Coast Eagles theme song.
Yeah.
So that was, it says Best
also
Original Song.
Nominated for a Grammy for Best Pop Instrumental Performance.
Best Original Song Gonna Fly Now was nominated. Music by Bill Conti. Lyrics by Carol Connors and Ain Robbins. So 2 people wrote those lyrics. They chose 8 words each.
Good collab.
Oh, Jesus.
Carol was in charge of the yeahs and the nows.
What else rhymes with now? Nothing. Just put now in.
Put now again.
In 2008,
Yes.
Rocky was voted by Empire magazine as one of the 500 greatest movies of all time.
Yep.
In contrast, a 2005 poll by Empire, Rocky was number 9 on the list of the top 10 worst pictures to win Best Picture. Harsh.
Okay.
It was a very good year. The Hollywood Reporter,
it's a good movie.
2015, The Hollywood Reporter polled hundreds of Academy members, asking them to re-vote on past controversial decisions. Academy members indicated that given a second chance, they would award Best Picture to All the President's Men.
Yeah, okay.
You ready? All right. Okay.
References in.
AFI's 100 Years,
Oh, yeah.
100 Thrills, number 52.
Okay.
It was nominated for 100 Years, 100 Passions. It was nominated for Best Film Scores. Glad it didn't make that list. Number 7, Rocky Balboa, Top 100 Heroes. We've taken off a few on that list.
Yeah.
Number 58, Best Songs. Gonna Fly Now.
So, hang on. The heroes that are above him.
Yeah, it's like Gregory Peck.
Clarice Starling, Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
Will Kane, High Noon.
Yeah.
Rick Blaine, Casablanca.
Yeah.
Dr. No, James Bond, Dr. No.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones and Atticus Finch. Is Apollo Creed
about
in
Rick Blaine.
Is Apollo Creed in Top Villains?
I don't know about Rick Blaine.
I don't know.
Fucking they love that Casablanca movie. What else?
Entered full screen of my computer and I don't know how to get out of it.
AFI's 100 Years, 100 Movie Quotes.
Yeah.
Yo, Adrian, number 80. 100 Years, 100 Cheers, number 4.
Okay.
Right?
So are we cheering the fact that he lost?
It's just general cheers. So, okay. 100 Years, 100 Cheers, America's most inspiring movies.
Yeah.
Is a list of most inspiring films.
Yeah. If you work really hard and get randomly picked out of a book, you can come second.
The top 5 is a mixed bag.
Yep.
5, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. Yay,
Okay.
politics. 4, Rocky. 3, Schindler's List. 2, To Kill a Mockingbird. 1, It's a Wonderful Life. E.T. is number 6. Anyway, weird list for me, that one. 100, the top AFI's top 10 best sports films. Number 2.
Oh, number 1's got to be Dodgeball then.
Raging Bull. I fucking love that overrated mess. And
De Niro.
top 100 movies ever made, number 57.
That's high.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good movie. It's very well written. It is well acted, despite the fact that Stallone is not an actor.
Yeah.
Still arguably
Still isn't.
not an actor, even in Expendables. I do think it's a good movie. I don't know if it's that close to the top 50 of all time.
Nope.
References.
Oh, I can't. There's too many.
The Simpsons has referenced it more than once.
Family Guy has referenced it plenty. I remember they're like, and now back to Rocky 9. And then Adrian's like, you can't do it, Rocky. You're 60 years old. And he's like, I gotta do what I gotta do. You can't go to space. Like, you heard him. I gotta fight the month on month. And then Paulie comes in being a drunk mess.
Yep.
That's the one that stands out. And there's I have visuals of Brian doing a training montage.
Yeah.
And Stewie's a trainer with the little beanie on.
Yep. And one of them runs up the stairs at some point. Like,
yeah,
someone.
Somebody at some point. Yeah. It's referenced to Shite Load, so I'm not going to go into the details. I will say I think it launched Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah. Certainly
and
more
the name Sylvester.
Porno.
Before that, it wasn't going to be called Sylvester the Cat. Then it was.
I think it was. I think Sylvester the Cat predates Sylvester Stallone.
Also, why do all boxers need to be named Rocky? In the movie, it's like Rocky Marciano.
Yeah, sorry. Sylvester J. Pussycat Sr.
Oh, Senior?
Yeah. First appeared in March 24, 1945. So maybe
moving on.
Sylvester Stallone was named after the cat.
Because he's a
contender.
Yeah. Pussy. That's all I've got. Okay. I could go on for a while. It's very iconic.
Yeah.
It's contributed a lot to the popular culture. Eye of the Tiger, blah.
Yeah, Eye of the Tiger. Well,
it's the thrill of the fight.
10 movies, Gonna Fly Now. There aren't many, outside of something like Leicester Square in London, there aren't many movie characters who get a statue. Like
yeah.
This is not a movie statue outside a movie theatre.
Yeah.
That is a statue of a celebrating athlete on top of a huge set of stairs that is a fictional character.
I had this thought, right?
Yep.
What if you worked at that building at the top of the stairs? I think it might be a museum.
It's an art thing, I think, yeah.
What if you were just not paying attention? One day in 1982, just walking and just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, the Rocky Steps are 72 stone steps leading up to the east entrance of the Philadelphia Museum of Art in Philadelphia. It would have been unveiled.
Oh, yeah. Promo stunt for Rocky 3.
A bronze Rocky statue is located at the bottom right of the steps.
Oh,
not even at the top.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah. There are Rocky Balboa sneaker imprints at the top of the steps, though.
I thought it would have been like top of the steps.
Yeah. That's what I would have imagined.
Yeah. Anyway.
No, it's at the side. Oh, it's not even close.
That's so disappointing now.
Yeah. I'll show you the picture when he ended.
Like that. Right here.
Yeah.
500 metres down the road.
Yep.
Look, as I mentioned, Rocky's won a few awards.
Yes.
Should we give a few more?
We should give it some of our own awards.
Great.
I'm going to say now the extras.
It
was tough.
There's not a lot. There's a lot, but
we've got the Estelle Reiner Best Extra and the Andy Millman Worst Extra.
Uh-huh.
I don't know whether to nominate the corner singers for which one of them.
I said Best Extra because they could sing.
Yeah.
They were quite good.
Frank Stallone Jr.'s song's pretty shit, though, that he released.
But, Abu, Baju. I don't know what they were singing around there.
Coney Island Baby.
Yeah.
It's my little...
They were going... It was the Fresh Prince theme. It's the national anthem of Philadelphia. Because they celebrate when Will Smith left Philadelphia.
Yeah. God. Oscars are coming up, so we're about to hear more about those two. Any other extras?
I wrote the other one I nominated for Best Extra, but I think he has a bit of a scene before. You know, they're all in the bartender and the people at the bar watching the fight, and he knocks down Apollo Creed, and the bartender goes off. He like jumps up and down, fucking mental.
Yeah. What about the camera guy that just says to the reporter, the meat guy is poking his head in?
That's pretty good, actually. Yep.
So, well, best extra, we got the corner singers, the barman that goes nuts, or the cameraman that goes, the meat guy's poking his head in.
Was he on camera when he said that?
I don't think so.
I want to give it to the bartender.
Okay. Bartender celebration. What did you have for worst extra named after Andy Millman, Ricky Gervais's extras?
I described it as guys eating hot dogs when Tony gives him money. So after it's like, oh, here's $500 or something.
Yeah,
to
for
Rocky.
training expenses.
Yeah, and then they're standing in shot and then standing too close to them. Are these
It was pre-COVID,
two guys,
pre-COVID, so it's fine.
These two guys like eating hot dogs, and I swear one's just like eating a hot dog, and they're just like looking at the camera, like, "Oh my god, I'm in a movie!
Oh my god,
I'm in a
it's a
movie!
movie.
That's that porn star I watched the other day."
This movie's probably going to flop. I'm in it.
I swear he looked at the camera, and then the other one I had was the ladies holding the round numbers, like round 87.
Yeah,
and fuck, they look bored.
well, they're only there for their tits.
But they were dressed as the Statue of Liberty. So they didn't have their tits out.
Oh, yeah.
They were just like, round 3, I guess.
Well, they're not interested in boxing. Women can't like sports.
They were probably like, it wasn't meant to go this long.
We discussed this on a recent 2 out of 3 recommend.
Yeah,
Women aren't allowed to like sports.
Anyway, they were my 2 nominations.
What about the young boxer that Mickey is training? He's got a couple of lines.
You're a bum.
No, he just yells out and he goes, I really dig your locker, man.
Oh.
What does that mean?
What was with the locker was odd. I get the importance of a locker. Because you don't take me seriously, I could have been a contender.
Yeah, he's a bum.
But
so he gets out of his locker. He's on Skid Row.
You put me on Skid Row.
Skid Row.
Now I want to watch that. Ooh, maybe it'll come up.
Oh, I think there's a new version coming.
No, it's a stage show.
Melbourne?
Oh,
is it?
No, in America, with is it Nepo Baby or is it Evan Rachel Wood? No, it's not Bryce Dallas Howard. I'm pretty sure it's Evan Rachel Wood.
I'm not interested. Little Shop of Horrors new 2024. Let's see what that comes up with.
With Glee, with Blaine from Glee.
Ford Theatres. Yeah. Ford's Theatre in somewhere. Anyway, good on ya.
Anyway, cool. So yeah, they're my nominees.
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs. Hot dog. We have a wiener.
Hot dogs. Get your hot dogs. The worst line, I couldn't pick a worse line. Mm-hmm. But it annoys me that I don't know the punchline to. That turtle food was more moths than flies in it, and it gets stuck in their throats, and you know what they get? No, I don't.
Blue balls.
Because you spend an hour and a half not finishing that joke, Rock.
I wrote, there was one about taking her to the zoo.
Oh, yeah.
And then in my mind, I then pictured a scene I thought I'd seen before of them going to the zoo. But it must have been a completely different movie.
In my viewings of the other Rocky movies, I can't imagine a zoo.
Did Marlon Brando take Eva Marie Saint to the zoo? Paulie's a dick, we've established.
Yeah.
What are you interested in, my sister? The girl's drying up.
Oh, yeah. She's almost 30.
Yeah.
And Rocky's like, I'm 30.
Yeah. The girl's drying up. And then the last one I had, just because I thought it was incredibly corny, was,
I love you.
Apollo Creed is like, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do this fight. And then the promoter guy goes, it's very American.
Yeah,
and he goes, no, it's very smart.
Yeah, I'm giving it to that one.
Fucking hell.
No, it's very smart. Yeah, that's unnecessary.
Yeah.
The Ben Stiller, there's something about Mary most cryingest moment.
Uh-huh.
When he's calling out for Adrian at the end, my eyes moistened. Jesus Christ. That's all I had.
He's moistened as well. With blood.
Blood. Cut me. Oh.
That cut guy, is he an extra?
He could be. He gets one line. He's like, you did that what's a fight? He goes, yeah, I did. That's all
How's
he says.
my eye? It's not too bad. I've seen worse. Wait, why did Rocky say that? Anyway.
The I Am Your Father most iconic scene. The fight doesn't get a look in.
Nope. I wrote, before the movie started,
Yeah.
I wrote punching the meat,
Yep.
training montage, steps.
I wrote stairs and meat locker.
Yeah.
It's the stairs.
Stairs. I mean, it has. They put up a statue somewhat in the same vicinity.
Yes, they
as
put
the
up
stairs.
a statue about 25 metres away from the bottom of the stairs. It is like... It's... From the picture, it looks like the distance if you walk down the steps of Parliament in Melbourne and then enter Parliament Station across the road, across the other side of Spring Street. It looks that far away.
That's where they're putting a Dan Andrews statue.
Down to the bottom of the stairs.
Bottom of the stairs.
For people
in
to
the toilet.
kick. We're not political.
No, not at all.
Okay?
No.
We're gonna share. I'll try and share that picture on our socials. All right, that's that. What are you playing? The little bagpipes, guitar here?
Don't know. I'm the kid from Partridge Family.
Or the Muppet.
The Muppet. Anyway.
All right, that is Rocky Awards done. Our first top 5 for 2024. I did suggest top 5 fictional sports movies so that we could put Rocky and make up for Dodgeball from last week.
Yeah,
But we thought of something slightly more specific.
Yep.
The top 5 cinematic stairs.
Yes.
I did a bit of Googling for this, and there's a lot of talk. If you've got any kind of online business, you will know that there is a lot of talk about content marketing.
Yes.
And so a lot of people write blog posts no matter what their business is.
Yep.
There were 5 stair installation companies that had blog posts about cinematic stairs.
Hilarious. But it also doesn't make sense, because then if I called them, I'm like, hello, yes, I want some stairs. Oh, yes, what were you after? I'm like, I'd like the stairs from Rocky.
Yeah.
No, that's not.
That's on
it's on the blog post.
Yeah.
Do you not do that?
No.
I would like 72 stone steps in my house, please.
And a statue just over there.
A statue over there in the distance.
Yeah. All right.
I have top 5 and 7 honourable mentions.
I have 2 honourable mentions.
Okay.
One's very particular to me, but we'll get to that. My number 5 is Harry Potter.
Okay.
All right, because he lives under the stairs.
That's those stairs.
Actual address.
Okay.
Oh, you thought the moving stairs?
Well, I could take those.
I thought the stairs he lives under are more iconic.
Yeah, the boy under the stairs.
Yeah.
My number 5.
Yes.
Odd, might be a bit left of centre. Mary Poppins.
The smoke stairs.
Sure. Yep. I was more the fact that she slid up the stair rail.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Emily Blunt, you mean?
Pretty weak. Fine now. No, the smoke stairs from the Chim Chimney Chim Chim Chiroo.
If I'd remembered that, I would have put it in my honourable mentions. My number 4, Joker.
Same.
For the memes.
Are you surprised?
No, because you texted me and said, I've thought of a modern one, which made me think of Joker.
Yeah.
For the memes.
He's also a very iconic scene in that movie that's overrated.
Oh, I don't think overrated.
Maybe I need to watch it again.
I think you need to watch it and not think it's Taxi Driver. It is, but watch it.
Well, does that mean I need to watch Rocky again and think it's not on the waterfront?
No, because it is. Even though I haven't seen it. My number 3, and I'm not even sure about this, but I put Gone with the Wind.
Fuck off. So did I.
I reckon we might have the same top 2 then. So her coming down the grand staircase. Yeah.
But where will I go? What will I do?
Yes.
How about you go, fuck yourself, love? That's the original line.
In these blog articles on stair companies, when it had gone with the wind, it had the smaller staircase in the smaller house later that he carries her up.
Oh, when he rapes her. Yeah. He's drunk. Very good scene from him. Not the raping, the pre-rape.
Yeah.
And then not tonight. And then goes up the stairs.
Okay. Number 2.
That's the same house. The same stairs.
I thought it was a grander, wider staircase that she comes running down.
It's the same stairs. He drunk, then the kid dies, then Mel dies, then he's come back. I'm leaving you, my dear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 2,
The
Exorcist. This has 2 iconic stair moments in it.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I thought of the Exorcist. I was like, when he jumps out the window down the stairs.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, fucking crab walk.
But the iconic stairs are the falling down stairs. They're the stairs that you can and I have visited.
But also,
creepy in real life, even in the middle of the day. Creepy.
I can't believe we have the same top 4. Because number 1 is Rocky.
Number 1 is Rocky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane. And my left of field, Mary Poppins.
I have an honourable mention.
Yeah.
Kill Bill Volume 2. He makes her go up and down the stairs with the water when it's that training.
Oh, very you.
Very me.
Yeah.
And Titanic.
I had Titanic in my honourable mention. I had Harry Potter in my honourable mentions.
Yeah.
I had Psycho in my honourable mentions.
Yes.
Goes up the stairs in the house and the mother's like, I'm going to stab you. And then he does that weird fall backwards.
Followed up the stairs to From Above, which is very Hitchcock.
Which also led me to give an honourable mention to Vertigo.
Yeah, I did think about Vertigo.
Death Becomes Her. A lot of these are people falling downstairs.
Yep.
And Home Alone.
Yes.
That was maybe the 12th on my list. And then one, I'll give you a hint. The sun has gone to bed and so must
That's probably ahead of Emily Blunt going up the stairs and Mary Poppins
Returns. That was
Returns.
6th place. It was
Sixth
either those
of your honourable mentions.
No, 6th of top 5.
Oh, okay,
it was number 6.
Okay, yeah.
It was either that or when they're doing dough and then she goes and they're near the fountain and then
outside
they jumping up
I
the
did
steps.
think of that too.
And then she does put the hand on her head and goes, oh!
I did think of Sound of Music. I thought of that, but replaced it with Joker for the memes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, oh my God.
That's our top 7.
One day, we're going to get the same top 5.
Probably.
With a couple of times we've had 3 and now 4.
I think we've had a couple of times where we've had 4 the same in different order.
Yeah.
Singers, songs.
Songs we had very similar.
Because then what I do when I write the blog article is instead of making 2 top 5s and writing about the same song twice, I make a top 7.
See above.
Yeah. Okay. That's our top 5 cinematic stairs. If there's any that you think we've forgotten, then you can jump in the Facebook group and let us know or comment on our post on the socials. Now, for next week, you get to pick one.
Yes.
Give me clues, and I will guess it.
Ready?
Yes.
Random. Oh my God, this is so exciting.
Spin.
Oh, okay. I've actually.
Oh, okay. You can do it like Taboo and say words, but you can't say the stars, the director, or the title.
One of the stars. Can I say the word stars?
Yeah.
Unless
if the star is born, then you can't say star.
One of these stars won an Oscar posthumously.
Oh, is it Dark Knight Rises?
It's Dark Knight too.
Oh, yeah, Dark Knight, yeah.
Then this leads me to my question.
Yeah, we have discussed this.
Do we need to do Batman Begins?
I think so. Although...
I feel like they're pretty...
I think there are some... Like, we can't do Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
What one? Yeah,
without doing Philosopher/Sorcerer's Stone.
It's also the worst one.
Yeah. It's a weird order. If you watch Harry Potter in alphabetical order, it's a very weird order.
Isn't like Deathly Hallows? Oh, Chamber Secrets would be first.
Well, I think it's on your list here because you put them all in alphabetical order. So it is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, then Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, Half-Blood Prince, Order of the Phoenix, Philosopher's Stone, Prisoner of Azkaban, which if you're American, you're actually watching Sorcerer's Stone, which means you're watching the first one last.
Yeah.
But that's not what we're talking about.
I feel that
I think we can watch Dark Knight on its own.
Just Dark Knight. I feel that it is... I don't think Batman Begins is that iconic. If we're doing iconic movies.
I don't think it's as... I don't even think Dark Knight Rises is as iconic as The Dark Knight.
No, and you know how I know that? Haven't seen either of them.
All right, so we need a 6 degrees to get from Rocky to The Dark Knight.
Is
Heath Ledger.
Is The Dark Knight Katie Holmes or Maggie Gyllenhaal?
Maggie.
Okay.
Aaron Eckhart. Gary Oldman.
Michael Caine. Morgan Freeman? Did I just make that up?
Morgan Freeman, yes. Okay. Expendables.
I was just going to say one of the Expendables. And who was the guy that I just watched in Kingsman? The bald dude? Mark Strong?
Mark Strong.
He in the... No, that's Jason Statham.
No.
Very different.
Very different. Mark Strong's an actor. Jason Statham is Jason Statham, the beekeeper.
The beekeeper, the Meg 2. Yeah.
Okay, so...
Heath Ledger.
We've got Heath Ledger.
Dark Knight.
Heath Ledger can get us to either Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
Christian Bale, Michael Caine.
10 Things I Hate
Marion
About You.
Cotillard. Leonardo DiCaprio, Michael Caine. Christopher Nolan.
Wait, no, that was a separate conversation.
No, yes, that was not in this episode.
Talia Shire
can get us to Brando.
Yep.
And
I feel like
Pacino.
That's getting further away. All right.
Well, Pacino can get us to De Niro, which can get us to a different Joker. Joaquin. Or we can do Michael Caine. Has surely been in lots of things with lots of people.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think.
Heath Ledger, Gary Oldman. Austin Powers. Will Ferrell.
Not
Mike
the third
Myers.
One. Mike Myers.
Mike Myers joins them.
Mike Myers.
Yeah, Mike Myers. This is trickier than I feel that it should be.
Michael Caine.
Yep.
Mike Myers.
Yep.
Nope, lost it. I was going to go Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson. He's probably not... I don't think he's in that one.
He's not in Dark Knight.
But is he in Expendables?
No, he's better than that.
But I could have just gone Michael Caine, Samuel L. Jackson, because I just watched Kingsman.
Is Michael Caine in Kingsman?
Yeah, he's like the boss.
Okay, so Michael Caine, Samuel L. Jackson, then what did you do?
Well, I was going to say if he's in Expendables.
I don't think so.
But he's in 87 Marvel movies.
Yep. Which Stallone and Arnie are not in.
Does
What
Sylvester
Stallone have a cameo in Deadpool?
This might be a stretch and might be more than 6. What did we just say?
We said
Michael Caine,
Samuel L. Jackson.
That loops back to fucking
Kingsman.
Because I was going Heath Ledger, Christian Bale.
Yep.
Amy Adams.
Why? What has Christian Bale and Amy Adams done together?
American Hustle, The Fighter.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that.
Then I went Jeremy Renner, who's in
Samuel L.
Arrival.
Jackson with Amy Adams and he's in the Marvels.
Yep.
I feel like Sylvester Stallone has been in a Marvel movie, but I couldn't tell you what.
Robert De Niro is in...
Michael Douglas? Does that help us at all?
Michael Douglas?
Yeah, because he's in Marvel movies.
Sylvester Stallone is in one of those shit ones, like Old Dogs or... No, that's Expendables.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I think we need to go Talia Shire to De Niro.
Talia Shire to De Niro.
Yep.
To...
De Niro gets us to The Departed, which gets us to Leonardo DiCaprio. De Niro was in The Departed? It was Martin Scorsese, surely he was.
No, it was Nicholson.
Oh.
De Niro... Silver Linings Playbook.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Bradley Cooper.
Woody Harrelson.
X-Men.
Heath Ledger, Michelle Williams, Hugh Jackman.
Claire Danes.
Leonardo DiCaprio. Now we're just throwing out names. This shouldn't be this hard. Listeners will be getting frustrated as they are every week. I actually think we're getting worse at this.
We do the loop back to the same movie a lot.
Yeah. Should we go back to writing notes?
Maybe we should.
I have a pen here.
Talia Shire. We've said Diane Keaton. What's Diane Keaton?
You tried to say Diane Weiss.
Diane Keaton, Godfather.
All right, Talia
James
Shire.
Caan, Pacino.
Okay. Pacino. De Niro.
Who was in Rambo? Just him.
That I can think of off the top of my head.
What else has Carl Weathers done?
What else has Christian Bale done?
The Fighter, American Psycho.
Tom Hardy is in Dark Knight Rises.
Who's in Batman Begins?
Liam Neeson. Has he been in Expendables?
Potentially. He was in the A-Team.
Okay.
With Bradley Cooper.
Okay.
No, but that's going to... Yeah. Yeah.
So we're going from Christian Bale to Liam Neeson to
Bradley Cooper. Was in Silver Linings Playbook with Robert De Niro. Who was in Godfather 2 with Talia Shire.
With Talia Shire. She was in 2 as well?
Yeah, sure.
Well, if not, Pacino goes in there to get from 2 to 1. Yeah?
Oh. What a relief.
Should have been much easier than it was.
That works. I like that. I'm pretty happy with that one.
Yeah?
Yep.
Who else is in... This Batman Begins is the one with Katie Holmes in it.
Don't ask me to name Katie Holmes movies. I've got nothing.
Dawson's Creek.
The movie.
Michelle Williams. Hugh Jackman.
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger.
We just looped back.
Well, Michelle Williams to Heath Ledger. So we can go Heath Ledger to Michelle Williams by marriage.
Or Brokeback.
And Brokeback. To Dawson's Creek with Katie Holmes, which gets us, you right, back.
Heath Ledger.
Shit.
Anyway, we got one.
Christian Bale was in The Dark Knight, but also in Batman Begins with Liam Neeson, who was in A-Team with Bradley Cooper, who was in, well, you said Silver Linings Playbook with De Niro.
Yep.
Who may or may not have been in Godfather Part 2 with Talia Shire. If not, Al Pacino was in Godfather Part 2.
Yep.
And Godfather Part 1 that Talia Shire was definitely in. Okay.
Or, according to this website, Sylvester Stallone was in Rambo First Blood Part 2.
Yep.
With Charles Napier, who the fuck that is, who was in Lords of Dogtown with Heath Ledger.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I don't know. Who's Charles Napier? If I click on it, does it tell me? Oh, that guy. He's packed my overnight bag. He's that guy. Yeah.
Mike Myers.
Hey, Johnson, feed my fish. Yeah. Known for Silence of the Lambs, Rambo, Philadelphia, Austin Powers.
Austin Powers. Okay, that's it. Next week, all right, we are watching Batman. No,
The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight.
2008 Dark Knight.
Okay.
Why didn't we do it last year? Interesting.
I think we maybe weren't doing sequels last year.
No, but we did.
We did Speed 2, Cruise Control.
Yeah. Talia Shire was in important works, The Godfather Part 3, Rocky 4, Rocky, The Godfather Part 2, and The Godfather. She's got a real big range of movies.
Yeah.
Oh, Dark Knight. I haven't seen this for a very long time. I'm pretty excited about it.
We could go Stallone
Jesus.
to Michael B. Jordan to the guy who plays Tim from The Office, Martin Freeman.
What are they in? Black Panther?
Yeah, they're in Black Panther together. I'm just working it out as I go along. Martin Freeman was with Ricky Gervais in The Office, who was with Samuel L. Jackson in Extras.
Okay. But could you not go... Was Samuel L. Jackson in Black Panther?
No. How do you get Samuel L. Jackson to...
He was in The Dark Knight. Michael Caine. Kingsman,
yes. Caine. There we go.
I'm glad I watched Kingsman because it has a good cast and I can remember who was in what.
Rosamund Pike I just watched. Is that going to help at all?
Fantasia Barrino. It's not going to help me.
Ben Affleck. We don't need to connect anything to Rosamund Pike. Thanks for listening to another episode of Two Drink Cinema. Next week we are watching The Dark Knight. Mm-hmm. Join the Facebook group to show us that you are better at 6 degrees of separation than we are, and to tell us your top 5 cinematic staircases.
Yes.
Also give us a rating and review, like and subscribe, and comment on the YouTube. Thank you, Brett.
Cheers. Thanks for listening to Two Drink Cinema. We would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which this podcast was produced and pay our respects to elders past and present.
If you'd like to support the podcast, either leave the tip or become a member for early access to these episodes by using the link in the show notes.
Join the Facebook group for more chat about the movies we review, and make sure you follow us on the socials to keep up to date.
Hit the subscribe button and leave us a review on your podcast app.
Happy viewing and drink responsibly.